It's not often you get a view quite as spectacular as this. Entering into the area of Beacon Hill, seeing the mass fusion building in the background, as well as, of course, this raider encampment that you'll have to deal with. Now, it is a series of 2 apartment complexes joined by a rickety wooden bridge, because ingenuity of raiders never ceases to amaze me. One amazing thing when you're looking down the street is the advertisements. We've got Grey Tortoise cigarettes, Blast Radius, Boscom. We've got everything up to Nuka-Cola, and even the bowling alley, as well as, is that a wee fusion flea or a zip? It might be a wee zip. Brilliant. Oh no, is that a communist one? Spotted a commie devil. Report red. Brilliant. Alright, so now this can be accessed via the one on the right. Now you can't access the one on the left, but that's not a problem at all. It did say in the guide there is a lot of alcoholic beverages inside, and yeah, these raiders are one to have quite a few drinks around them. What's that there? Some rat poison. They might have been having a few problems. Gives you a bit of normal, life. The mailboxes, bag of cement and rat poison. Mightn't have been the best apartment place in the world, but, not the worst either. Beer bottles galore. We've got a wee tool case and a few other things going on up here. Now, as we continue, we'll figure out that most of them are just bottles, empty, because the raiders have certainly been busy. And if you're like me, sometimes you like a wee bit of chaos. You just pour everything off to the side. A telephone sitting on an ottoman. Maybe someone was trying to make a final call before the inevitable happened. Sometimes I feel I'm playing Skyrim, because I would just Fusruda you down the staircase there. It would have been quite funny. Now, if we move on up, plenty more bottles and jangles who will alert the other raiders if they don't already know you're sneaking up the stairs. There is a sleeping bag and another bed. A very cozy place. They've been doing their own ironing, as well as drinking, making drugs, using drugs, and even a wee overdue book in here. Someone either was attempting to read. I don't know how smart raiders are at times. Their ingenuity tends me to believe that they're not the, they're not. Some of them aren't the brightest. Some of them are quite ingenious, I must say. Bottle cap mine can be found in the bathroom before exiting out. Let's go back out to Beacon Hill. For anyone that doesn't know, I did this series about 7 or 8 years ago when Fallout 4 was fresh. Now, I had a terrible microphone and terrible audio video setup. It wasn't the best. It's what I had to use 7 or 8 years ago. So this series is definitely a one-up from that moment. And do you know, this is one of the few places I don't actually remember all that well. I suppose it was coming towards the end of the series. And we can get a wee steamer trunk here. So the raiders have set up quite a defensible position. I don't know how they even imagine that this is a trustworthy bridge to go over, but apparently so. They've got their wee gate allowing them to sort of dictate who comes in and out of Beacon Hill. And of course we are very close to the likes of Cabot House and the Boston Bugle Building. Now, if you want to get down here, like most dungeons in Skyrim, there is a wee one-way system. Jumping all the way down this fire escape, you can get to the point where you can just drop back down. I mean, not here, it's a bit of a height, you can keep on going, and then, boom, you can just drop down, completed it, done it, and, well, at the cost of a few raiders and probably a few stim packs, you got quite a few nice items, as well as a wee mattress you can sleep outside if you want. Now, these raiders do tend to respawn, so if you come back after a certain number of days, you should find them all here. So it's not really like a dungeon, as it's not a named location, so you can't just complete it that way. But yeah, pretty awesome. Pet doggo, good attack doggo. And we'll be moving on to our next unmarked location. There's so many scattered around Beacon Hill. I think this next one is a building with a master lock safe in it, so you won't want to miss it. Thank you so much for watching. See you all in the next one. Bye bye.